SEMA 2008 is underway in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Project JK has your all-access pass. First, we stop by Cop 4x4 to check out their new creation, Orange Crush.
This is a 2009 Wrangler X Unlimited that we started in conjunction with Teraflex about 3 months ago. It's the very first of the 7 liters that's ever been put in the new JKs, and there's probably 150 of the motor swap size. So stroker engine, pushing out right about 650 horsepower, 470 to the rear wheels. But it's a fully custom, what we call super custom in our series of super custom Jeeps. Curry Dana 60 rear end, custom aluminum drive shafts, Rubicon 44 front end, 513 gears, 6-inch long arm lift kit from Teraflex, 2.5-inch hockey pucks on top of that, so we had to get it up a little bit higher because it just didn't have the room. Funny thing about this Jeep, it drives better than any Jeep I've ever made. Now, for the life of me, I can't figure out why. I've got to give Teraflex the credit on the lift kit. So we've got 8.5 inches of lift on 22-inch rims and 40s. I love these rims from Empire. They hadn't sold 5 sets of them, but I thought they were spectacular because I wanted to do the carbon fiber plates. They didn't make these rims in a 5 on 5.5, so I went ahead and changed the whole Jeep so I could do the 6-bolt pattern on them because I thought the rims were just bitching. And they were perfect for this particular Jeep. We did a process called hydro printing on the fenders, on the hood, and on the entire slant back hardtop, which is a Wild Boar product. And you lay a film on top of a tank of water. You prep the piece first, then you actually take the piece and dip it into the film. The film wraps up around whatever piece that you do, and then you clear coat it. The interior pieces also are all done the same process, the hydro printing. And then pieces such as this, in order to get this to look like this, we actually have to dismantle the entire dash. Every single piece we have to clean first to get all the oils out of them. Then we have to sand them all the way down, prime them twice, and then single stage them once. Then we can actually sand that down to get it look like glass. Then we paint it twice, whatever color we want to paint them, clear coat them 5 or 6 times, and then polish them. And that is on every single piece of the entire dash. It's a full-on show truck, and I'm hoping to generate some sales and some interest in my little business, building custom Jeeps. We also do nice surfboards too. So anybody that buys one of my super customs has a snowboard, a wakeboard, a surfboard, something really cool to go along with the Jeep.
Very cool.
You buy the snowboard, you get the Jeep for free.
Next, we checked out a hot new product from Teraflex.
What we have here is our CRD 60. It's a rear axle for the JK, and we've taken a lot of time to make it JK specific. So we've gone through and cut out the bracketry specific for the JK, and you can see down here on the track bar, for instance, we've got several mounting holes there that can fit anything from a stock vehicle, all the way up to a 6-inch kit. We've got the spring pad and the spring retainer, the bump stop pads, and then also there's some adjustable sway bar mounts, and then the JK bearing pockets. We've taken a lot of time as well to work with the stock brakes and the factory ESP and other sensors, the speedometer, so that all of that works, just the way that the factory intended it to. Basically, the consumer will be able to buy the axle in all of the popular configurations, anything from a 488 up to a 538, and then a ARB, Detroit, or a track lock limited slip. And they'll take their factory brake system and bolt that on, and then put the shafts back in, and they're ready to go. For a fully loaded ARB, you'll be into it about $3,500, and prices will start out right under $3,000 for a track lock. We've talked to a lot of customers that have had problems with shaft breakage, things like that, even on their Rubicon 44s. And unfortunately, a lot of times that is the axle shaft, and it causes failures, and that's the last thing you want on a trail, and trying to get out of, back on the highway or something. So this will it's really something that you can put in and forget about it and never have to worry about it again. It actually has about the same ground clearance as a Dana 44, so you're really not sacrificing any ground clearance from that of a factory Rubicon 44, but obviously you get the benefit of the larger shafts, ring and pinion. And then one thing that we've done that is kind of exclusive to our axles is we've got a larger outer pinion, which really helps in the rear applications where a lot of that pressure gets put on that front bearing. And we also have a removable oil seal, so you can spin that out and replace your bearings or tighten your pinion up. without having to get a whole new oil seal and things like that. So it makes it really accessible and, you know, just easier to maintain than some of the other applications.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your differential covers?
The differential covers are, we've got them for a Dana 30, 44, or a 60. They're 3/8 thick in the center section, and then half-inch thick off the bolting surface area. But they really give it a lot of strength, and it's a cast cover, so that it's you know, a lot better than a formed or, you know, fit cover like that. It's all machined, and they've actually done an E-coat on the inside of the cover, you know, which gives it a little slippery surface there to keep the oil moving. For high pinion applications, your fill level will be higher than a standard rotation, and so we've kind of put in the two holes there to fit, you know, dual applications on the high pinion or standard pinion. You'll see some other, we've got some additional machine surfaces there, which work for our like our TJ LCG series kits that, you know, have the truss that goes over. It's a machined area that you can put tabs on the 4-link bracket to, you know, add a little additional strength to the bracketry there.
We were also shown brand new technology by Mile Marker.
What we have is our new solid state technology, V10 10,000 pound winch. We're taking solenoids and the trouble that they've caused for everyone for years and throwing that out the window. And this is a MOSFET driven solid state control box. And what that allows us to do, aside from being a completely sealed unit, it's waterproof. Both the box and the winch are IP67 certified waterproof. But it allows us to go variable speed. And so we can actually creep this winch in nice and slow out, or open it up full throttle. And we can do the same thing on the way in. You can feather the throttle nice and slow, or open it up wide open at full speed. This is a new model winch, 10,000 pound, and it has a brother, I should say, 12,000 pound. But the technology itself is something that's new and is new as well, and we're able to put that also retrofitting on our existing 8,000 pound, our 4,500 pound, all the way down to our 2,500 pound. The 10,000 pound model is going to be in the $1,000 price range, and the 12,000 pound model, $1,100, $1,200 price range MSRP. It's in stores late November.
Check back for daily video updates straight from SEMA on ProjectJK.com.